What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Rainslick 4. So, since last time, as I mentioned I would do, I went back to town and bought myself an aqua boosting accessory, and that is to go with Groshifon here's new set of, well, not new set of abilities, but newly acquired abilities. I just felt that now that he has Blizzard, which is cheaper than Inferno, but it still does medium damage, as well as Ice Sharder, which is a single target spell that is a little bit stronger than Fireball. I figured I would switch him over to Aqua damage, considering he also gets a bonus to Aqua from being equipped on Hestia. And while I was in town, I also bought Spalder spray things for the vendor here, so that gave him a decent boost in speed and a very large boost in defense. So that should come in handy, considering he doesn't really attack ever, and when he does attack, he uses the what's it called? The Hestia's Scorn Strike, the thing that does damage based on your defense. I figured that was a good idea. He doesn't really need attack, but defense and speed are always going to be helpful to him. So I'm going to focus on that. And for now, we continue our way through the world tree. So, is that it looks like a giant walrus of some description. Safe bridge? So, those are walrus spiders. I thought that's kind of what they looked like, and apparently I was correct in that assumption. So, get things going here. I guess my one concern with going water with Groshifon is the fact that his single target attack does consume 2 MP, so that might be a little bit of a concern, but I guess we'll address that when we come to it. If I'm totally honest, I'm not quite sure how well this will actually work out, but I guess if it comes down to it, I can always go back to how I was doing things before. Get some bleeds on these walrus spider things. Not bad damage. I think that is a little bit higher than... I guess, maybe not higher. I guess it's probably around the same as Inferno was doing. I guess that's one benefit, is the Blizzard only costs 2 MP, so by boosting his MP up to 3 on the first turn, that means I can use 2 Blizzards in a row. So that's handy. Don't need to attack. So far the Aqua plan, Project Aqua, is working out fairly well. Chorka Town? Okay. These signs are very strange. $6,000. They're really throwing money at us at this point. Okay. Go with our standard setup so far. Now, one nice thing about this wearing the armor is that you can interrupt with your melee attack, but vendor can, because that's the armor passive effect. But that's a little too far away for me to be able to interrupt, so I guess it's more important that Groshifon stay alive than Mr. Beaks. I think I will heal Mr. Beaks now. Get a bleed on the Kangarayan. I guess it's a good thing I chose to use a potion on him. Huh, those things didn't die. Well, they will soon enough. Let's go with the Flavor Wave. Stupid stun. It's a pretty long stun, actually, all things considered. He's probably dead, so I'll attack the Kangarayan. Let's go with a Scorn Strike on the Kangarayan. Not bad damage. Huh? What did he die from? It wasn't the Deep Crow Matriarch. He took like 42 damage or something immediately afterwards. I'm not sure what that was all about. Hidden Chest Lake? I don't... Oh, there's another chest over there. Yay, more switchers! If you say so. You can't fence me in, man. The heck? Giraffapes? Dat plumage. I wish you could, like, change out accessories and stuff before battle. I mean, I guess you technically could do that, but... yeah. Because I feel like I should be using fire against these guys, if I'm honest, but... I guess we will find out if they're weak against Aqua soon enough. I guess in general, it just seems like games tend to have more enemies that are weak against fire than are weak against ice. But I'm just going off of, like, heresy. That's not the right word, but... my impressions, I guess, is another way of putting it. I don't know. Another blizzard, and another blizzard, and another bleed. These guys are doing a lot of damage. But I guess there's only 2 of them, so... why do they both have blizzard, but... does this do light damage? Yeah, that's weird. They have the same ability. It costs the same amount of MP, but it, like, does different things. It's quite strange. So let's see how much damage Fireball does without the boost. Or he could just die. I suppose that works as well. Actually, I guess if he's on Hestia now, then he does no Drain. But that's a melee attack, I believe? As much as I like the ice stuff, it is kind of annoying not having a 1 MP single target attack. But I guess the question becomes, is it more powerful to use a single MP attack every turn, or to use a 2 MP attack either every other turn or 2 every 3 turns, depending on how I want to do things? I guess the other thing is, I believe right now he's using an orb? Yeah, so if I wanted to, I suppose what I could do is give him a staff, and then I could defend and then use Ice Sharder every other turn. That could work. Day Whale? Interesting. So that's a giant whale. So I'm assuming that means that we're getting close to the end of this dungeon? That looks like an alligator with crystals. Or a crocodile with crystals. Alrighty then. These games tend to have strange enemies, but this area in particular is kind of going above and beyond, I feel. Not that that's a bad thing in any possible way. In fact, it's very much a good thing. Da-da-da. And time for the blizzard. I really wish Mr. Beaks had an AoE, but he does not. I guess I should get some bleeds up on the crystodiles. And I could probably interrupt one of them with the Scream Cone here. And I think I'll just defend. Get that AoE defend, I guess you could call it? I don't know. Because, like, defending with the vendor gives, like, a partial defense to everyone else. You know what I mean? So ice doesn't seem especially effective against these crystodiles. So I'm not entirely sure what the best way of taking them on is. With all the boosting I have to ice, it's probably better for Groshfon to just continue using ice. But now that they're all that's left, I think I'll start using Scorn Strike. Go Groshfon here. I'll give Fireball a try, I guess. That's not terrible. Return to full health, Mr. Beaks. There's probably a better option than Fireball, but it works well enough considering this guy is almost dead. And now he is dead. Flame Sphere, huh? Pure Evil, Merchant, and Barehanded. Lots of abilities. Let's check him out here. Flame Sphere. Ooh! Well, I guess you're going back to fire then. So much for that elaborate plot. I would prefer to have him on Hestia just because of the bonus stats that she gives on level up, but I feel like it's more important to follow whatever is the most effective ability at the time. A bigger boost to items, that's always nice. Scream Cone learn anything? I don't think he did. I know that Gomez did, though. Pure Evil. Boost Dark. Okay. And Barehanded. Interesting. But pretty much every weapon boosts strength, doesn't it? I guess the Briar Orb doesn't. I don't know how... I guess that would be mostly useful if you were to assign Gabe to someone like him. Like, I guess Groshfon is actually going to be getting that strength boost. I guess 295 strength isn't terrible. Well, whatever. Yeah. Living Gravel. I've got one of those already. Why are they giving me so much living gravel when I barely know any earth attacks at all? Oh, I can just go down here. Derp. Can't go over that way. This just loops around. I don't much like the look of that elephant fellow up there. Squidfant. Okay then. Fake cigar. Clutch call and cool treat. Standard. I'm really getting into a groove with this group. It's gonna be kind of sad almost when we go back to Jib and Moira. They were getting pretty strong, and then we switched over to these guys, and it was like, oh, Gabe and Hestia is so weak. Well, I guess at the time it was Gabe and Dr.Blood, but they're really growing on me. How shall I do this? I guess if I give Groshafon another cool treat. Ow. You can't use Inferno, but it might be worth using Blizzard to try and take out the walrus things. Try and interrupt this squid dude. Let's attack one of these. Okay, well they did die. So that's good. You can't kill Mr. Beaks. I won't allow it. And skydive. It's kind of funny how like 12,000 HP is like nothing anymore. Not long ago that would be considered a large amount of HP. Ah, I see how I get in there. $7,000. Up to 42,000, and I spent like all of my money before I started this episode. It's not very descriptive. I mean, the sign is descriptive, but I mean, what is it describing? Clutch call. Roar. That's a pretty terrible time for a stun. I'm really curious what that quack question mark ability does. Guess I should attack to try and interrupt one of these guys. Or you could just stun me again and completely screw up the timing. Now that I think of it, I'm not sure that the armor passive is actually the one that gives the interrupt effect, though. It might be shield. Because I noticed that defending seems to heal the vendor, so I might have my passive abilities confused here. I know that I can interrupt with the Scream Cone, though. Thanks for not stunning me again. I appreciate it. I guess I'll just try and finish these guys off. That stupid stun is so annoying. battle's taking a surprising amount of time. I think it's time to kill this Kangarayan, or whatever the heck it's called. Wow. 3,000 damage for a 1 MP attack? I think I made the right choice switching back to fire. Okay, so if we head down here, we can finally grab this chest, and it's another buffs. Okay. So, the depiction of this tree here would make me believe that we are headed to the last area in this area, within Yggdrasil here. So, we will, assumedly, see how things in Yggdrasil conclude on the next episode of Let's Play Rainslick 4. Catch you later.